Okay, guys, welcome to a little meet and greet with my husband, Carlos.
Hi, everyone.
He's so happy to be here.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to talk a little bit about our short-term rental, and hopefully we'll answer some questions that you guys have about it. We started our short-term rental about
6 years ago.
6 years ago. Seems like forever.
Yeah.
We decided to do this because we found an opportunity that we couldn't pass up. The house itself was not in great shape at all.
It definitely needed some...
TLC.
Yeah, a lot of TLC.
So our first step for us was to find a contractor to come and help us. We knew that the long-term goal of this home was not to keep it forever. And unfortunately, our goal is to one day
shut it down.
Yeah.
Like any investment, is it has a lifetime. So it was the right time for us to get into it. And there will come a time, hopefully in the next short future, when it'll be time to get out. It's just, so yeah, finding contractors that could work with us within our budget at the time was critical. It was hard, but we eventually found multiple someones. The house had no flooring. It had been neglected for a long time.
While we fixed it up, we kept in mind what renters were looking for. So we really wanted to highlight all the spaces that people would want to spend time, make sure that the view stayed intact, and make sure that, the bedrooms were sufficiently furnished and stuff, but we didn't put tons of furniture in. And I think that's helpful so that people can see it on camera. And that's something we do in real estate as well. Like, we don't want to see a ton of stuff and clutter. Yeah. So we really kept our Airbnb minimally furnished, and also with the color choices that we chose, we stuck to a more white and neutral palette. The hope was that if we kept it for longer than a couple years, that we wouldn't have to renovate the property every couple years, that we kept something that was kind of more transitional, if you will.
People come for the lake, for the view, for the sunsets, for the water, but we always get great reviews on the actual interior of the home, how the spaces are very inviting, how the kitchen has all the things that they could possibly need. It's a fully equipped kitchen. We always make sure we keep tons of linens and towels and soap and coffee
and spices.
Everything we would want if we were renting a house, we try to provide it at our rental. So that's the way that we suggest everyone goes about it.
Yeah, I would say go into the space thinking about, how would I want my weekend to be, and what would I need, the spatula for pancakes on Saturday, or books for little kids, extra pillows, extra blankets for people that get cold, extra fans for people that get hot. Yeah. Again, we don't have tons of furniture and tons of extra stuff, but we really tried to be intentional with the stuff that we do have in the property.
That's right.
We started our short-term rental process. We had our home listed on both Airbnb and VRBO. Over time, we realized that was just not something that would work for us. It was just too difficult to manage both the VRBO and the Airbnb site at the same time. That may be different now, but that's what we found, and we've just stuck with Airbnb since then.
Yeah, I think there are services that now let you manage multiple platforms, but Airbnb has worked well with us. The property is rented constantly throughout the year, so we don't really see a need to add any other service.
So if you're outside of the Texas or Lake Livingston market, you may find that VRBO or Booking.com is better for you. But for us, we just stuck with Airbnb. So shout out to Airbnb. This is not paid, but we love your service. Thank you. Anyway, so we've been doing this, like we said, for 6 years. How often would you say we're rented?
3 weekends out of the month.
And we're really strict about who rents our property.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell them why or what we require?
Well, obviously for safety and legal reasons, right? We We are very strict on who can rent. We request that anyone who wants to rent the house has a previous review, at least one 5-star review from another rental, which means no new people. And that's because, I don't know how it is now, but at least back at the time, there was a big issue with people creating a new account just to like rent a house, throw a party, destroy the place and leave, and they got a bad review. They didn't care, it was disposable. So I don't know if that's still an issue or not, but we just, we're very strict about that.
We're happy for you to have fun at our house, but no parties, please.
Yeah, like this house, same as many other houses, even around here, especially on Lake Livingston. If you are allowed to have a short-term rental, whatever platform you're using it on, you most likely are still in a neighborhood that has some kind of restrictions, HOA, something similar. So we ask renters to abide by the same rules that any of the residents around here. For example, quiet hours begin at 9 or 10 p.m., something like that. So we have some string lights outside that automatically shut off at some time at night. And, we put all of this in the documents when people are renting. We also, I'm talking too much, sorry. Everyone who rents, we require them to sign an additional document that's from us, which is a liability release. And that includes all the spaces in the house. Sorry, what were you going to say? Yeah, all the spaces in the house, the backyard, the dock, the water surrounding the dock. It just basically releases us from anything that could possibly happen to them at the house. We, of course, try to keep the house in tip-top shape, but, accidents happen. And when they do, we don't want to be liable for them.
Right. Like, we're not lawyers, so we're not giving you legal advice, but it is something to think about if you are an Airbnb owner or if you're thinking about getting into short-term rentals. Keeping it safe, we do kind of give a lot of instructions about how to use the dock on the water. We keep solar lights around the steps, so at night, no one misses a step.
Yeah. We spray for bugs every month.
It's not a safety thing.
Well, no, but it's a concern for guests.
We also have, we are lucky enough to have a boat rental company that's close by. They rent boats and jet skis. So we have partnered with them and are able to offer just a small discount to encourage our renters to enjoy the lake. Obviously, it's not something that we require that they rent a watercraft, but it is available. And the other thing that we are lucky enough to have is that we do offer golf cart rentals as well. It's not something that we cover, but we have partnered with a local company that allows us to offer that service to our tenants. So if you are in an area that has that, I would definitely recommend looking into it, because some tenants love it, some tenants don't use it, and it's just something fun that we can help promote other local businesses, and also just allows us to offer more
things to do. When guests check in, we have an automated message going out with the keypad code for the house, but also we added a link to the property's website that we managed. And this website has a map of locations around the town, around the lake, with restaurants, bars, things to do.
I'm not very techie. He's much more techie than me, but I think anyone could probably figure this out. We just put dots around like a Google map, and then we send them the link. So if you're like me, that seems a little bit overwhelming, but I've seen it and it's probably something I could do. Ask chat or what have you, and you can get some advice there.
That's right.
We also offer like cornhole boards, kayaks, chairs.
A variety of outdoor games.
Yeah, and we are a home that offers beach towels, shampoo, conditioner, all that good stuff. So I know not everyone does, but that's something that we have.
Lots of toilet paper, lots of paper towels, lots of bath towels, outdoor towels.
Yeah.
It's just, I wanted to feel just small things that make it feel a little more elegant.
The other thing too, and this was kind of something we mentioned previously about not having parties at the house. When you are on a lakefront property that has a septic system, just beware that you don't want to have so many people in the home, because you don't want to overwhelm the septic system and have an issue. No one wants that call in the middle of the night, in the middle of a weekend. Nobody wants to deal with it when they're renting a property. So we get ahead of that by just not allowing that many people at the house. And knock on wood, we haven't had any issues thus far, but
yeah,
it's just something to be aware of if you do have a property or if you're thinking of purchasing a property on the lake.
Yeah, it may be, it's tempting to allow more people in the house so you can charge a little bit more money, but those extra $100 for the weekend are not worth having to call. You're gonna have to call a plumber if they screw something up. Also, the AC is working harder. In the summer, it gets so hot. All AC units are like working on overtime.
In Texas, at least.
You wouldn't want to have to call the HVAC guy. So
just try to think about those things.
Yeah, our Airbnb has 3 bedrooms, and we keep the occupancy at 6 people tops max, and no exceptions.
We don't let people crash on the couch and bring air mattresses. That's not really what we are catering to. I will say this, for anyone who's thinking about getting into Airbnbs, or for anyone who is thinking about how to kind of like offer some more things, we have started offering a crib. We have 2 crib sheets, just a crib that they can roll into a closet, or they can keep it next to their bed, however they want to do it, depending on the age of the child. And that seems to be something that people really appreciate. We have that, and we also have a playpen, and one small, like a children's high chair. Like a tiny one that you would put into a chair.
Yeah.
We don't have kids, so I don't know all the names of everything, but
we've been approached by our friends being like, hey, did you have this? Did you have that? So we have some weird extras that we would have never thought of. But also like little sippy cups in the kitchen.
Just things that they don't have to always bring, but can be useful. And we just had someone check out today, and they left us with night lights. So we didn't even think about having night lights in a space that's unfamiliar to people, but we are so thankful to them and want to share that with anyone who is looking to get into an Airbnb or a short-term rental. You might want to think about having night lights, because it's a new space and people have never been there, and some people need to get up in the middle of the night. You don't want them stubbing their toe or just feeling uncomfortable in your space. So thank you to our tenant. And hopefully that's something that you guys can incorporate into your short-term rental.
I think that's all I have on this at the moment.
Some people ask us, do we rent all year? Because we are in a summer weekend destination. And I will say this, we definitely do rent, maybe not every weekend of the whole year, but we are very surprised that we stay pretty booked throughout the year, even in the cold months. Definitely January is a little around the holidays, but
definitely the spring, definitely the fall, and in the winter during the holiday season, absolutely. It's a little bit lower other than the holiday season, but 80% of the year we get in bookings.
So I would say if you are in the Texas area, if you're thinking about Lake Livingston, we're both realtors. We would love to talk to you if you are looking for a short-term rental for yourself in the Lake Livingston area. But for anyone who's out there looking for a short-term rental and has questions, put it in the comments and we'll pop back on. Carlos does most of the maintenance and most of the, well, not the maintenance, but the managing of the maintenance. And he does all the back end stuff. And I kind of do all the fluffing of the pillows and that type of thing. So I can kind of help more with the look and feel of the space. Definitely. And Carlos can help you with how to manage, how to use different online tools for upping your bookings. He's talked to other management companies. We personally don't have a management company that manages ours.
Not yet.
Some days we want one. Some days we're happy we don't have one. So far, knock on wood, we've been happy with not having one, but it's always something we're open to in the future. Right now it's working for us, but know that if you are thinking about getting a short-term rental and you are a super busy person, you don't live close by, having a management company is definitely an option, and they take probably 10%.
10 to 20, depends.
Yeah, so 10 to 20% of the rental that we have.
Lots of toilet paper, lots of paper towels, lots of bath towels, outdoor towels.
Yeah.
It's just, I wanted to feel just small things that make it feel a little more elevated.
The other thing too, and this was kind of something we mentioned previously about not having parties at the house. When you are on a lakefront property that has a septic system, just beware that you don't want to have so many people in the home, because you don't want to overwhelm the septic system and have an issue. No one wants that call in the middle of the night, in the middle of a weekend. Nobody wants to deal with it when they're renting a property. So we get ahead of that by just not allowing that many people at the house. And knock on wood, we haven't had any issues thus far. But
Of the profits,
Yeah.
10% of your profits. And it's worth considering if you can't be on top of it, if you're trying to be like a hands-off investor and you want to buy the property, set up the technology, the systems, everything, and just put it up and available on a platform and just not be around. There are several companies around here that will take care of you.
If you are around Lake Livingston and you want to reach out, we have a list of contractors that we use for different things. So we're happy to share that with you. Again, just put it in the comments and we will try our best to get back to you as soon as possible. What would you say our biggest expense is of keeping the house?
Of the profits,
Yeah.
10% of your profits. And it's worth considering if you can't be lawn maintenance. There's a big backyard, so definitely the upkeep of the grounds. The cleaning crew, we apply that charge on top of the booking fee, so we don't pay for that, or it doesn't come out of pocket for that. But lawn care is the top, and then there's a few other things that we provide for each booking: bottled water, some snacks. I think every 2 years we buy new sets of towels, sheets, refilling soap, shampoos, toilet papers, stuff like that.
The thing we lose the most is silverware.
Yeah.
We don't really know why.
Where are all the forks going? We don't know. So.
But we probably had to replace silverware more than we've had to replace towels and sheets.
Yep.
We're constantly getting new sets of silverware because they just get thrown away, I guess, or taken home. We even had one guest send a fork back to us, which was very kind. But we don't know where they go,
now.
So I don't know. Anyway, keep that in mind that you may need to save a little bit of extra money for replacing silverware. That seems to be the one thing that kind of walks out of the house.
Yeah. If you have trees around the property, they grow fast around here and they will need to get trimmed every few years. That's also a big ticket item.
Yeah. The other thing that we provide, and this is something you can provide in a lot of different states, to keep our place rented in the fall, we do provide firewood. And so depending on where you get that can be expensive or hard to find sometimes. So keep that in mind if you have a fire pit or maybe you choose to do propane. We do wood and we have a propane grill. But we don't know where they go. Hey guys, I think that's all we have for today. Let us know if you've got questions or if you want us to answer anything else for you. Again, shout out to Airbnb and to all the local companies that we work with around here. We love working with you guys. And talk to you soon. Bye.